night. But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the...
The corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson. They'll start on the ground here on first down, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play.
And he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see...
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play,
overturned. They say the knee runs down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. The surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson looking middle, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bronco is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing now is Mahomes.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
13-0 is the score after. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Mahomes to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Juju Smith-Schuster. 35 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 13-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time. Now it's Wilson.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they'll give it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bronco is on target. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can still hear reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from the defender.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40. in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. 98 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very
solid start to this new campaign.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And the .23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here we go on 4th down. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. One quarter remains here on this Thursday night. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
on first down. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try to run this one in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On second and goal, Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. They're going to keep it on the ground.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 21. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. There's Wilson to throw. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And look at this, they get the turnover they needed, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
Mahomes will throw for it, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wilson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive drive spans 13 plays.
And it ends with what will almost certainly be the game-winning score as the lead is 7 here in the final moments.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Denver, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.